Well, for all those of you who were apprehensive about enrolling into courses offered by the Bangalore University next year because of the changes introduced, you need not worry. Professor Timme Gowda cleared the air about the credit-based course.
If you are one of those seeking admissions in the next academic session, consider yourself lucky. Before you draw conclusions, let us first clear the speculations about the course having similarities with Delhi University's 4-year undergraduate program. Well, Bangalore University's offering to the students is called Choice-Based Credit System, wherein the university has retained the merits of the traditional course and added more advantages to the existing system. It has no similarities to the 4-year program that was adopted by the Delhi University. Listen in to what the Vice-Chancellor had to say.
So all you students who are waiting to enroll into Bangalore University next year, all you need to know about the course that they are going to introduce next year, we'll tell you everything, anything and everything about the course. So Professor Timme Gowda, first of all, there's a lot of confusion over the course that you're introducing. What exactly is the credit-based course?
I wish to clarify, we have not changed the structure. We have retained the 10 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2. The undergraduate 3 years program continue to be in operation. What we have done is we have restructured and qualitatively improved it by adding some skill development courses. Otherwise, the 3 years, the original structure remains. We have not changed it. We have conserved all the merits of the existing 3 years undergraduate program and 2 years postgraduate program with value additions. Therefore, the students have to take 2 languages, 3 optional subjects, 1 compulsory course as it was earlier. What we have done is we have introduced 1 credit course for co-curricular and extracurricular activities that would be internally evaluated in the first 4 semesters of the undergraduate program. And then we have introduced 1 course per semester, skill development courses, to make our graduates more employable. Otherwise, we have not changed the structure of the undergraduate program. It cannot be compared with Delhi University 4 years program. We have conserved all the advantages of existing 3 years undergraduate, 2 years postgraduate programs, except for introducing exit option after 2 years of the undergraduate program with either advanced diploma or associate degree. After the students can take exit. It is purely optional. Very few may take exit option due for compulsive reasons. They can as well come back anytime to continue the program with the existing syllabi and get the degree. And
so is there any time frame within which they have to come back?
To have only 5 years. Now they are asking to give a free admission. Don't fix the time limit. Let them allow come back anytime and continue. But the only condition, they have to study the syllabus, the 4 in force at that time. That is the only condition. And apart from it, we have also introduced an exit option after 2 semesters or first year of the program, so that if they want to go, if they want to have a degree similar or equivalent to the post year 4-year degree, they can take the exit option, go there. Therefore, in the bargain, what we have done is it has all the advantages of existing 3 years undergraduate, 2 years postgraduate degree programs. In addition to that, they have the advantages of the course equivalent to 4 years program. It has dual advantage.
So what you're basically saying is that 3 plus 1 means 3 years of graduation honors degree plus 1 year of
postgraduate program. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then we've seen a lot of protests happening in Delhi because of the 4-year undergraduate program. It failed miserably in Delhi. So what kind of steps are you looking forward to take if at all this particular program that you've introduced fails?
No, we have not introduced it. We have here. There cannot be any protests here. I tell you, because what we have is 3 years undergraduate, 2 years post graduation. If they don't want to take a exit option, exercise exit option, they continue to have 3 years undergraduate program and 2 years postgraduate program as at present. There is no change at all. It's only options that we have, exit options we have introduced for those who need to take for compulsive reasons. Otherwise, it is the same undergraduate and postgraduate program except for adding, as I have already mentioned, value additions to make our undergraduate program holistic in approach and to improve the employability of our graduates.
So how has the response been like from the faculty?
No, they were under the impression that we have introduced a 4-year program similar to what they have introduced in Delhi. It is not the case. There cannot be any other option. Whatever we added is only the advantages. There are no disadvantages.
But then
The opposition was only because of misunderstanding of what we are trying to do. The opposition was because we are going in for a course similar to Delhi University 4 years program, which is wrong. It is not the case. This cannot be. There will not be any opposition if they understand what we are trying to do. Our intentions are very clear, student friendly. It has only merits. Not when compared to the existing system, it has value additions and advantage, no disadvantages.
So you must be relieved by now. This restructured course will only increase your prospects of going abroad than anything else. When News9 sought the opinion of students of colleges affiliated to BU, this is what the response was like.
I think the 3-year program is better because I personally have no idea about the 4-year course. So I have taken a 3-year course in my college and I'm quite happy with that.
I guess 3 years will do because the additional year is just going to be another. It depends on what job they take up and all of that.
If they have something more than syllabus, something extracurricular activities like that, so they can develop into their own skills and teach them something out of the syllabus, they can get into something else. It might be they get some more career opportunities.
My point of view is I like more of 3-year program, and I have taken EMS 3-year program BSc. So yeah, I like that.
I think that it won't be much of a difference. Like anyone who's willing to study, even the 3-year program is good, even the 4-year program is good. It doesn't make much of a difference.
It depends on the course. What are they going to do in the additional 1 year? If it's something worthwhile, it would probably be.
Came to know of this problem, and even our first year students were quite worried whether they'd have to do a 4-year course or a 3-year course, and some were quite confused as well.
I got a negative feedback from my juniors, that is like who came to BCom now, and one of my friend, to be honest, he quit BCom and he went to something else, that is air aviation, that kind of a thing, because he felt like this 4 years is too much for me and I don't want to spend so much years just for the 1 degree.
It's a very good course, 4-year course. People get to study more. And moreover, this 4-year course is accepted internationally also.
It's a very weird idea. Like, if they are planning to upgrade it, then maybe it makes sense. But if we are going to continue in the same way that we have the present syllabus and the present the level of education, I think it's not reasonable.
I don't think so. I think it won't, because it will go on. Because if the government is okay with it, I think they will implement it. The students might have to follow it. I think they don't have any other choice than following it.
A decision should be taken by taking into consideration our point of view, what we feel about it. So let's hope for the best.
The Bangalore University is completely different from Delhi University. They have to. Delhi University is a completely different body and the Bangalore different body. So I don't think Bangalore will be affected by the decision of the UGC and the Delhi University.
Possibly, yes. I think they would, if they have the students in mind and if they think it's better for the students.
I don't think so, because the problem is even the government will interfere, I feel, for sure. Center might just scrap the whole 4-year thing.
I don't think so. I think than somebody else imposing, what they have to say. I think Bangalore University has seen, colleges here. I think they're well aware of what is going on, so they can come up with their own decision and not rely on other decision of, UGC.
I don't think so, because it's Bangalore University. At the end of the day, they have their own ways of looking at things and doing things.
Well, that was a mixed response from the students. So how successful is this going to be? How many will actually opt for the traditional course, and how many would want to experiment?
So all you students out there who are worried about whether it was a 4-year program or whether it is a credit-based course, Professor Thimme Gowda has cleared all your doubts. It is not a 4-year program. It has no similarities to what the Delhi University offered to its students. It's completely different. It has retained the essence of the traditional course and it has only added advantages to the students. With camera person Balaji, this is Shruti Menon for News9.
And well, do you want a change from the concrete forest of busy Bengaluru? Well, are you thinking twice before building your own home because of the rising construction costs? Well, here is one such person who has found an affordable answer to all these questions.
On the inside, it looks like just another house with a living area and 2 bedrooms. But from outside, despite the spacious balcony and windows, the metal walls of the house stand out. The house you see here is nothing but a metal container converted into a house. The idea was inspired from Naveen's visit to Bangkok.
Most of them do have built traditional houses. I thought, let me make it a little different way. Again, because when I had been to Bangkok, most of the places I had seen, the hotels, some of the houses which are built in low cost. Then I thought, why not implement the same in Bangalore?
A normal house like this would ideally cost about 35 lakh rupees, but this one built by Naveen Reddy in Kagadaspura has barely cost them 7 lakh rupees. It is a 480 square foot house built using 3 metal containers which are brought from Chennai. What's even more shocking is that this house was built in barely 9 days. But it was not before a thorough research that the family decided to move into a house entirely built from metal, especially with the possibility of the walls retaining heat in the summer. And when it comes to conducting of electricity, they have built the house 2 feet above the ground with proper foundation. This makes it a resistor.
I thought, okay, what is a rocket science in a container home? Then I decided, then I made all my researches. What are the pros and cons about the container homes, heat resistance, plus what is the electricity, what kind of wires do I have to use, then I came into a budget. I said, okay, with about 7 to 8 lakhs, why can't we build a house on Tanmuttu? Then is where this idea popped in. So with 7 lakhs budget, in 9 days, I've completed this project.
The new house has got an immense response.
Most of the people don't have these kind of houses, so it's a unique house. It doesn't take a lot of money and it's very less of cost, and there's a lot of space also. You can extend your house to any extent. Other house you need the foundation and all, which you don't need for this. So very nice.
Some have even stated that this house is nothing less of an ingenious idea. With rates of real estate and construction costs touching the sky, Naveen has found an easy solution to all these problems. It has saved him time, money and energy which would have otherwise been spent on an apartment in the concrete forest of the busy city. Shobha Georgica, News 9, Bengaluru.